Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to R.I.C.H Radio. And as you know, that stands for respect, integrity, confidence, and honesty. Now, we have a very special episode that, unlike other we've had before. I'm here with some very special guests, Angela and David Betancourt, and we're here to talk about raising awareness for domestic violence. This some tragedy had happened no more than 6 months ago, and it affected the community and specifically their family. So what we like to do is just have a little conversation in regards to David's sister, Christine Betancourt, who was a victim of this domestic violence. So, David, Angela, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
All right. So, you know, first off, let us know. I mean, tell me about your sister really quick. Let's like to know about the person that you're here for.
Well, the angel that we're speaking about, her name is Christine Monique Betancourt. She was tragically taken from us February 19th. This happened very suddenly. She was an amazing person. This lady, she had her own house, a car, bachelor's degree, no background, no criminal, not a bad bone in her body, but taken from us in 2 weeks. So we're just trying to get through it.
Okay. So now, when you say taken from us, I mean she's no longer with us. You know, domestic violence is not just just in the home, like, once or twice occasions or whatever,
right.
Like someone being hit. This is something that actually can take someone's life. It's usually in our society we kind of like just turn a blind eye to it right now, and in this instance it happened so quick there was nothing you could really do to stop it.
You're right, and in this situation there were the relationship wasn't going on long enough for there to be any signs. So it's not like there was things that she ignored or
something that happened, like there was no bruises.
Right. I mean, it happened that fast, and there was no way for her to know that was going to happen to her. Mm. So the hard reality is that he murdered her in her home with his hands. I mean, he killed her, and
that's what we're trying to do now. But a little background before that even happened. This guy, well, she was introduced to this guy by one of her coworkers. It was her son. I guess that lady forgot to mention the fact that he just got released out of prison a month before everything happened, for murder. He was actually released beforehand on good behavior, nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that this gentleman, the person who did this, was just, I know, I couldn't say gentleman here. This person who did this was released from prison recently for good behavior for murdering someone. Now, obviously you had to be there for quite a long while, if you're in there for that, so, I mean.
He was in there for quite a long while, but he wasn't in there as long as he should have been in there. Yeah. I mean, he was let out early, and so, we as her family feel just very let down by the system, and Christine paid the ultimate price with her life.
Now, was she aware of this? Was anyone else aware of this until after the tragedy?
We found stuff out, afterwards, a lot of details afterwards, as far as what his record was when he was doing time, and it was not a good record.
Yeah.
He had assault charges while he was in prison, and somebody decided or determined that
he was good enough
to be let out and be released out into society, and
without anything. There's you're talking about no ankle monitor, no halfway house, there's
no rehabilitation whatsoever.
Not even mandatory probation, you know what I mean, like visitation with the probation officer. But like, here you go, you can have them.
Now, was Christine aware of this? I mean, maybe not as extensive the background like that charge.
I really doubt it.
I see. Yeah, I mean, Christine was, and that was the thing, is that Christine was very smart, and had good read on people, and if I was in her shoes and my coworker introduced me to her son, I would feel like that was my safety check.
Yeah,
I would feel like,
you're right.
Why on earth would you set me up with somebody who was dangerous or who may kill me? So you trust your friends, and exactly. I believe in this case,
that's what happened.
That's what happened, and her loyalty and good heart were taken advantage of. So
it's I don't know. It's just so crazy to me just to know that she knows who my sister was, what she was about. She was literally a model citizen.
Yeah.
And why are you going to introduce her to somebody like that? That she knows the background, obviously, it's his mom.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, like any mom, I'm not going to give her any credit, but she did, you know, she wanted him to do better, I guess. I have no idea.
Well, you know, I imagine, you know, me being a mom myself, you know, you just think that, yeah, maybe it's not something that you want to accept, that you're, you know, that you've raised somebody who is a threat to society. And it's unfortunate because she had everything going for her. Yes. And she had endless dreams.
She just got her bachelor's degree from the University of
She was going to go for her master's, and you know, she had a lot of goals. She wanted to be a mother.
She's only 26 years old.
And you know, she had a life ahead of her, and she was robbed. And so were we, because now we're left with the unbelievable pain.
Waking up in the mornings is harder and harder every
yeah.
day. It's not knowing.
Yeah,
you're not going to hear her voice. She's not going to be walking through those doors anymore. It's a harsh reality, but that's why we're here. We really just want to just let everybody know that we will be your support system if somebody needs it. We're going to be a helping hand. The Betancourt name is going to live on as well as hers, of course. That's what we're trying to do. It's pretty amazing what my aunt here, my mom and my dad, a lot of people, they're still mourning at this stage.
Yeah.
These guys, they're not going to do that. They're not going to sit around and just do that. They're going to go crazy. So as amazing as my family is, they're going to start this. I mean, we started a foundation.
There's a foundation. Her name, it's called the CMB Foundation, which is Christine's initials. Mm-hmm. And you know, basically, a foundation was put in place so that way we can help other families. When somebody is murdered, you're not prepared for funeral expenses. You're not prepared for outstanding bills. You're not prepared for anything. And we had a lot of support, thanks to homicide survivors and Emerge. They have a lot of resources available that they're able to help you and guide you and helped us along the way, because we didn't know what day it was. Our life was turned upside down.
Yeah.
So our goal is to have enough resources, and that way we can help other families. We can help even victims of domestic violence that have been able to get out of the relationship. Maybe
or even need to voice like what they're going through, so we can support them getting out.
We want to do something honorable in her name.
Great. Now we were talking earlier about this. Now you told me a very surprising statistic that actually kind of blew me away. Now we've all lived our lives in this world, and we know that it happens. But what was the number you said in relationships?
It's 1 out of 3.
1 out of 3 people. 30%. 33% of all relationships
are abusive.
There's some,
and nobody's talking about it, and that's the problem. Is in Christine's situation a little bit different. Like I said, there wasn't any time for her to know, because I know, and we know as her family, that if there was a sign, Christine would have been gone.
Yeah. No way she
there's no way that she would have cowered down to anybody. She would have been out of there. But that's the concern, is that no one's talking about this. It's a very hush-hush situation. As abusers, they teach you that this is nobody else's business, and and if you say something, it's going to be worse. And that's what we want to do. As part of the foundation, we want to reach out to the community and younger generations and really teach them about coping skills and anger management and just communication skills.
I mean, there's a lot to prevention is probably the most important.
Exactly.
That's exactly what we're targeting. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Good.
Exactly. So that's what we're after. But the truth is that we can't do this without the help of our community. We need the community to step up and help us out. Right now we have an event coming up on September 30th.
Nonprofit organization. Everything's going to domestic violence awareness.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the proceeds from the event will go to homicide survivors and Emerge.
Right.
Okay. Tell us more about the event. What exactly is the event on September 30th we're doing here?
September 30th is it's called Cruising for Christine. Basically, we're getting the whole community involved. We have a bunch of motorcycle clubs, lowriders. It's not really about the whole cruise thing. That's what she loved. She loved old school cars. She's very old school, really traditional. Yeah. And she really, really, really loved that stuff. So we're doing that in her honor. But the main focus is just for the whole community just to know why we're even doing the cruise.
Yeah.
You know, but trust me, on the September 30th, we're going to be making some noise. You know, we're going to get people's attention out there for sure.
Good. So it's a car show, and then later after that, there's going to be a cruise.
So
where are we going to be at location-wise?
So there's going to be a car show that takes place from 10 a.m. to 2. And that's going to be at Hotel Tucson City Center. They've been kind enough to donate their facility to us, so we're very grateful for them. Yeah. We'll have a car show there, and you know, we'll have some Emerge will be present as well. You know, giving out information, and we'll be able to accept donations there as well. So we're encouraging. They're not just car clubs, but even anybody, one person that has, you know, that has an awesome car, you know, to come out and show it.
If you want to take your mom's station wagon, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you got. But I mean, yeah. But it's $20 a vehicle, and that includes 2 dinner plates.
Oh.
So we'll have the car show from 10 to 2. And then after that, you know, we'll have a cruise. We're going to have we'll have like a route set up, you know, so people can take a look at that prior to. And then we'll all meet back at the American Legion Post, where we're going to have, you know, food, raffles, music. It's going to be a good time.
Just good vibes, positive event where it's just raise some awareness and
raise some
awareness.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we're going to be doing this annually, so this is just the first year, but the first year is the most important because you really got to set that tone.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why we're really asking the communities to step up. So just go out there and support. You know what I mean? Tucson needs it the most. I mean, not the most, but
I mean, we're here.
But we do need it, right?
We need it because we're here.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So we just want to be able to reach as many people as we can. But we're looking forward to it, and we're excited that, you know, we're actually able to turn something so tragic, you know, into something positive for the community, and that's what Christine was. Christine was very positive.
She would want us to do that. She wouldn't want us to be sitting around morning, you know. So that's what we're doing. Even if we touch one person, that's our goal. That's it.
No, it's very important. I mean, any tragedy we ever have in life, it's the next best thing to do is to find the good out of it. And you know, I know it'll help somebody out there. You know what I mean? These kind of things don't go unnoticed. And and the fact is that, you know, raising awareness, I don't hear much of this at all. You know what I mean? Like you said in the beginning, you know, it's swept under the rug, and it's not really something that's talked about. And I think it's really on us to raise our children the right way as well.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
And so, you know, that does kind of fall back on the community as a whole, that we got to, you know, stop doing this. And you know, I'm really glad you're doing that, because this, like I said, we will know people, obviously, that it's affecting all of us to this day.
And that's true, because I mean, every single one of us, in some way, shape, or form, we've been affected by it. Yeah. Whether we've been victims ourselves, whether we know people who've been affected by it, everybody knows somebody, and everybody's been affected. So it is time to start talking about it and prevent this from happening, because for somebody else to lose their child, you know, it's the worst pain that you could go through. And it's, you know, every day it's a challenge every single day. But we have also have the Facebook page. So if people are interested in learning more about the event on September 30th, we do have a Cruising for Christine Memorial Run and Cruise Facebook page that has all the details there. You can also go to cruisingforchristine.org. And we have some information there, statistics, as well as an opportunity to donate there as well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Angela, David, I'd like to thank you guys both for coming here. September 30th is the date. R.I.C.H Radio will be in attendance, Cruising for Christine. You know, and we just, you know, appreciate you guys being in here, raising awareness for the community.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
We do, you know, thank you as well. So, once again, folks, this is Johnny with R.I.C.H Radio. We stand for respect, integrity, confidence, and honesty. You can catch us on Channel 20 every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Peace.
It's you for me.